My beloved child, before you read another word, I want you to know something profound. My love for you is unchanging, unending, and beyond anything you can comprehend. I created you with intention, carefully crafting every detail of who you are. From the moment you came into existence, my heart has been for you, and my love has surrounded you. Today I want to remind you of the depth of this love, a love that reaches beyond your failures, your doubts, and even your fears. The world often measures love by conditions, expecting something in return. But my love is different. It is not based on your actions or achievements. It flows freely from my nature. Imagine the vastness of the ocean, its depth, its power, its endless horizon. My love is even greater than that. It is a love that cannot be exhausted, no matter how far you wander or how often you stumble. My child, there is nothing you can do to make me love you less, and nothing you can do to make me love you more. Let me remind you of how I have demonstrated this love. I sent my Son Jesus to walk among you, to carry your burdens, and to bear the weight of sin on the cross. Through his sacrifice, I opened the door for you to be reconciled to me, to walk in freedom, and to experience the fullness of my love. My child, this was not an obligation. It was a choice driven by the deepest desire to bring you close to me. You are worth everything to me. You may wonder, but Lord, how can you love me when I've made so many mistakes? My child, my love is not diminished by your imperfections. In fact, it is in your weakness that my love shines most brightly. Think of a father or mother holding their child, comforting them after a fall. The child's mistakes do not lessen the parent's love, they deepen it. In the same way, I hold you in your brokenness, offering grace, forgiveness, and restoration. Let go of the shame that weighs you down and embrace the love that sets you free. Let me give you a picture of what it means to live in my love. Imagine a tree planted by a river. Its roots go deep into the soil, drawing nourishment and strength from the water. No matter the season, it remains vibrant and alive because its source is constant. My child, you are that tree, and my love is the river that sustains you. When you root yourself in my love, you will find that you are not easily shaken by the storms of life. My love will give you strength, resilience, and a sense of peace that surpasses understanding. Living in my love also means reflecting it to others. As you experience the depth of my love, let it overflow into your relationships, your actions, and your words. Love those around you as I have loved you, selflessly, generously, and unconditionally. This is how the world will know that you are mine, by the love you show. It is not always easy, but I will give you the strength to love, even when it feels impossible. My spirit within you will guide and empower you to love as I love. You may feel unworthy of such love, but let me remind you, I chose you. Before the foundations of the world, I knew you and I set my affection on you. Your worth is not determined by your past or your circumstances. It is rooted in who I am and the value I have placed on you. My child, you are precious to me, and nothing can separate you from my love. Not hardship, not failure, not even death itself. You are mine, and I will never let you go. Today, I invite you to rest in the assurance of my love. Let go of the striving, the fear, and the doubt that have kept you from fully receiving it. My love is not something you have to earn. It is a gift I freely offer. Open your heart to it and let it transform every part of your life. My child, my love is your foundation, your refuge, and your greatest treasure. Walk in it, live in it, and let it guide you in all that you do. My beloved child, I see the seasons you've walked through. Seasons of joy, seasons of sorrow, seasons of waiting, and seasons of uncertainty. Life often feels like a series of transitions, each one bringing its own challenges and blessings. But I want you to remember this: through every season I am faithful. My promises do not change with your circumstances, and my presence does not waver with the passing of time. Today, I invite you to trust in my faithfulness no matter where you find yourself. Trusting me begins with knowing that I see the bigger picture. You may only see the moment you're in, the struggles you face, or the questions that linger. But my child, I see the end from the beginning. I know the plans I have for you, and they are plans to prosper you, to give you hope, and to secure your future. Even when it feels like you are walking in darkness, trust that I am leading you toward the light. I am weaving every thread of your story into something beautiful. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I trust you when everything seems so uncertain? My child, uncertainty is not a sign that I am absent. It is an invitation to draw closer to me. Think of the Israelites in the wilderness, following the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. They did not know where they were going, but they trusted my guidance. I was with them every step of the way, providing manna for their hunger and water for their thirst. In the same way, I am with you, providing for your needs and guiding you with my presence. My faithfulness is not dependent on your circumstances. It is rooted in my character. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. When you look back on your life, you will see the countless ways I have been faithful to you. Times when I opened doors no one else could open, when I made a way where there was none, and when I carried you through storms you thought you wouldn't survive. Let these reminders strengthen your trust in me, for I am the God who never fails. Let me give you a picture of my faithfulness. Imagine a tree that remains standing through every season. Its leaves vibrant in the spring, its fruit abundant in the summer, its colors radiant in the fall, and its roots strong even in the depths of winter. My child, you are like that tree, sustained by my faithfulness through every season of your life. No matter what you face, you can stand firm because I am the source of your strength and the foundation of your hope. Trusting in my faithfulness also means surrendering your timeline to me. I know how much you long for answers, for breakthroughs, for dreams to be fulfilled. But my timing is perfect even when it feels delayed. Just as the farmer waits patiently for the harvest, trusting in the process, so I am calling you to wait with confidence, knowing that I am working behind the scenes. My child, the waiting is not wasted. It is a time of preparation, growth, and refinement. You may feel weary in your waiting, but let me remind you, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you can't take another step, lean on me. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your ever-present help. Bring your burdens to me, and I will give you rest. Let my promises renew your strength and give you the courage to keep going. My child, you are not walking this journey alone. I am with you, guiding you with my hand and holding you with my love. Let me give you a practical way to trust in my faithfulness. Each day, take a moment to reflect on my promises. Write them down, speak them aloud, and let them anchor your heart. When doubts arise, remind yourself of the ways I have been faithful to you in the past. Keep a journal of answered prayers, moments of provision, and testimonies of my goodness. These reminders will strengthen your faith and help you to trust me more deeply. Today, I am inviting you to rest in the assurance of my faithfulness. Let go of the fears, the doubts, and the striving that have kept you from fully trusting me. My child, I am the God who keeps his promises, who works all things together for your good, and who walks with you through every valley and every mountaintop. Trust me, and you will find that my faithfulness is more than enough for every season of your life. My beloved child, I see the moments when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of life seems too heavy to bear, and your strength feels inadequate for the challenges before you. You've tried to push through on your own to keep everything together, but deep down, you wonder if you're strong enough. Let me speak to your heart today. You don't have to be. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and where you fall short, I am more than enough. Your weakness is not a flaw to hide or a burden to carry alone. It is an opportunity to experience my power in a way you never could on your own. The world teaches you to rely on your own abilities, to strive for independence, and to avoid showing vulnerability. But my child, I am inviting you to a different way, to surrender your struggles to me and to let my strength carry you. Imagine a small child in the arms of a loving parent. The child doesn't worry about the journey ahead because they trust the one who holds them. My child, I am holding you. Trust in my strength. Let me remind you of my promises. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These words are not just for a distant time or place. They are for you right here and now. When you feel weary, bring your burdens to me. When you feel weak, let me renew your strength. You were never meant to face life's challenges alone. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. Lean into me and I will sustain you. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I overcome this when I feel so broken? My child, let me remind you of my faithfulness to those who came before you. Think of Moses, who doubted his ability to lead my people. Think of David, who faced a giant with nothing but a sling and faith in me. Think of Paul, who endured suffering yet declared, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. My strength was sufficient for them, and it is sufficient for you. Your weakness does not disqualify you. It positions you to experience my power. Let me give you a picture of what my strength looks like in your life. Imagine a vine supporting a fragile branch. The branch bears fruit, not because of its own strength, but because it is connected to the vine. My child, you are that branch and I am the vine. When you remain in me, you will find that you are capable of far more than you ever thought possible. Not because of your abilities, but because of my Spirit working within you. Stay connected to me and let my strength flow through you. My strength is not just for extraordinary moments, it is for the everyday challenges you face. Whether it's a difficult relationship, a demanding task, or an uncertain future, I am with you, providing the grace you need for each moment. Take one step at a time, trusting that I will provide the strength for the next. You don't need to have everything figured out or to see the whole path ahead. Trust me for today and let me handle tomorrow. Let me show you a practical way to embrace my strength. Each morning, begin your day by surrendering your plans, your worries, and your struggles to me. Pray, Lord, I cannot do this on my own. I need your strength. Throughout your day, when you feel overwhelmed, pause and remind yourself of my promises. Whisper my name and let my presence fill the spaces where fear and doubt once dwelled. My child, my strength is not something you have to earn. It is a gift I freely give. Receive it and let it carry you. Your weakness also allows you to connect with others in a deeper way. The struggles you face, the battles you fight, and the lessons you learn are not just for you, they are for those around you. When you share your story of how I have carried you, you become a source of encouragement and hope to others who are walking similar paths. Your vulnerability becomes a testimony of my power, showing that even in the darkest moments, my light shines. Today, I am inviting you to let go of the burdens you've been carrying and to rest in my strength. You don't have to have it all together or to face life's challenges alone. I am with you, providing all that you need. My child, your weakness is not a limitation. It is a doorway to my power. Trust in my strength and watch as I carry you into a life of peace, purpose, and victory. My beloved child, I see the chains that have bound your heart, the guilt of past mistakes, the fear of falling short, and the endless striving to prove your worth. But I want you to know this: you are not defined by your past, your failures, or even your successes. You are defined by my grace, and it is my grace that sets you free. Today, I am inviting you to step into the fullness of this freedom, to release the burdens you were never meant to carry, and to embrace the life I have prepared for you. Grace is my gift to you, freely given and unearned. The world tells you that you must earn love, forgiveness, and acceptance, but my grace turns that upside down. It is not about what you do, it is about what I have done. Through the sacrifice of my Son, Jesus, I have made a way for you to live in freedom. Freedom from sin, from shame, and from the pressure to measure up. My child, my grace is sufficient for you, and it is all you need. You may wonder, but Lord, how can you forgive me after all I've done? My child, my forgiveness is not based on your actions but on my love. When Jesus declared, "It is finished" on the cross, he meant that every sin, past, present, and future, was paid for in full. There is nothing you can do that my grace cannot cover. Come to me with a repentant heart, and I will cleanse you, restore you, and renew you. Do not let guilt and shame keep you from the freedom I am offering. Living in my grace also means letting go of the need to strive for perfection. I see the pressure you put on yourself to be everything to everyone, to get it all right, and to avoid mistakes. But my child, I did not create you to carry that weight. My grace is not a reward for your performance. It is a gift that sustains you in your imperfection. When you fall short, my grace is there to lift you up. When you feel weak, my grace is your strength. Let go of the need to be perfect, and rest in the knowledge that my love for you is unwavering. Let me give you a picture of what it means to live in my grace. Imagine a bird soaring effortlessly through the sky, carried by the wind beneath its wings. The bird does not create the wind, it simply trusts it to lift and guide. My child, my grace is the wind beneath your wings. When you trust in me, you will find that you are not striving but soaring. Let my grace carry you, and experience the freedom and joy that come from resting in my provision. Living in my grace also means extending it to others. Just as I have forgiven and loved you, I am calling you to forgive and love those around you. Grace is not just something you receive, it is something you give. When you choose to forgive, even when it's hard, you reflect my heart and break the chains of bitterness and resentment. My child, grace is powerful. It has the ability to heal relationships, restore hope, and bring peace where there was once strife. Practical steps can help you live in the freedom of my grace. Start by reminding yourself daily of my promises. Write them down, meditate on them, and let them renew your mind. When guilt or shame tries to creep in, speak my truth over your life. There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. When you feel the pressure to strive, pause and pray, Lord, your grace is enough for me. Let these reminders anchor you in my freedom. You may feel that living in grace is too good to be true, but let me assure you, it is my greatest desire for you. My grace is not a license to live recklessly, it is an invitation to live fully. It empowers you to walk in righteousness, to love boldly, and to serve joyfully. It is the foundation of your identity as my child and the source of your strength for every challenge you face. Today I am calling you to embrace the freedom of my grace. Release the burdens of guilt, shame, and striving, and step into the abundant life I have prepared for you. My child, you are free, not because of who you are, but because of who I am. Walk in this freedom, let it transform every part of your life, and share it with those around you. You are my beloved, and my grace is more than enough for you. My beloved child, you were not created by chance. Every detail of your life, every gift, every passion, and every dream has been intentionally placed within you by my hand. You were designed with purpose, a purpose that is unique and vital to my plan. Today, I want to remind you that your life has meaning, and your calling is not just a task. It is a journey of walking with me and reflecting my glory in all you do. Your purpose begins with me. Before you were born, I knew you and I crafted a plan for your life. This plan is not hidden or unreachable. It is revealed as you seek me. My child, do not worry if you don't have all the answers right now. Purpose unfolds step by step as you trust in my guidance. Just as a lamp lights the path ahead, I will illuminate the way before you. Trust that as you walk with me, I will lead you into the fullness of your calling. You may wonder, but Lord, how do I know what you are calling me to do? My child, I have placed clues within you. Your talents, your passions, and the desires of your heart are not random. They are markers of the path I have prepared for you. Pay attention to the things that stir your spirit, the ways you feel called to serve, and the opportunities one placed before you. These are not coincidences. They are my way of guiding you. Pray for wisdom, and I will make my plans clear in my perfect timing. Living out your calling requires faith. There will be moments when the path feels uncertain, when the task seems too great, or when fear whispers that you are not enough. But let me remind you, I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. Think of Moses, who doubted his ability to lead my people. Think of Jeremiah, who felt too young to speak my words. Think of Peter, who faltered yet became a rock for my church. My child, I see your potential, and I will give you everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Let me give you a picture of what it means to walk in your calling. Imagine a tree bearing fruit in its season. It does not strive or struggle. It simply grows as it is nurtured by the soil, the sun, and the rain. My child, you are that tree. When you remain rooted in me, you will bear fruit, not by your own effort but by my Spirit working through you. Your calling is not about striving. It is about abiding in me and allowing me to work in and through you. Your purpose is not just about what you do. It is about who you are becoming. I am shaping you, molding you, and refining you to reflect my character. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, and the victories you experience are all part of this process. Trust that even the detours and delays are part of my plan. I am not just interested in what you accomplish. I am interested in who you are as my child. Let me give you a practical way to live out your purpose. Each day, begin by asking me, Lord, how can I serve you today? Look for opportunities to use your gifts to bless others, whether through your work, your relationships, or your acts of kindness. Remember that no act of obedience is too small. Even a simple word of encouragement, a prayer for someone in need, or a moment of compassion can make an eternal impact. Trust that I am using every step of faithfulness to accomplish my greater plan. You may feel that your purpose is insignificant or that your contribution doesn't matter, but let me assure you, nothing done in my name is ever wasted. Think of the widow who gave her 2 coins. Her offering was small in the eyes of the world, but it was great in my sight because it came from her heart. My child, your purpose is not measured by the world's standards but by the eternal difference you make through faith and obedience. Today, I am inviting you to embrace the purpose I have placed within you. Let go of the fear of failure and the pressure to compare yourself to others. Trust that I have designed you for a specific role in my kingdom, a role that no one else can fulfill. Walk in faith, rely on my strength, and let my Spirit guide you. My child, your life is significant, your calling is sacred, and your purpose is a gift to the world. Step into it with confidence, and watch as I work through you to bring glory to my name. My beloved child, I see the moments when you feel like you're standing still, waiting for answers, for direction, for the fulfillment of promises you hold dear. Waiting can feel like an eternity, a season of silence where questions seem louder than my voice. But I want you to know this: waiting is not wasted. It is not a sign that I have forgotten you or that my plan has stalled. It is a sacred space where I am working, shaping, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Trusting my plan begins with understanding my timing. You may feel ready for the next step, but I see what you cannot see. I know the challenges ahead, the growth you still need, and the opportunities when I'm aligning for you. My timing is perfect, not a moment too early, not a moment too late. Trust that every delay, every pause, and every season of waiting is part of the masterpiece I am creating in your life. My child, patience is not about passively enduring. It is about actively trusting me. You may wonder, but Lord, why is this taking so long? My child, the waiting is not a punishment. It is a process. Think of the farmer who plants seeds in the soil. The harvest does not appear overnight. The seeds must take root, grow unseen beneath the surface, and receive the nourishment they need. In the same way, I am working in the hidden places of your life, strengthening your foundation, deepening your faith, and preparing you for the harvest to come. Trust that what I am doing in the unseen will one day be revealed in my perfect time. Let me remind you of those who have waited before you. Abraham waited for the son I promised him, trusting me even when the years stretched on. Joseph waited in prison, holding on to my dreams for his life despite the injustice he faced. David waited to become king, enduring trials that tested his character and faith. My child, their waiting was not in vain, and neither is yours. I was faithful to them, and I will be faithful to you. The promises I have made will come to pass, for my word never returns void. Let me give you a picture of waiting with trust. Imagine a sailor in the middle of the ocean, guided by the stars. The sailor cannot see the destination, but they trust that the stars will lead them safely to shore. My child, I am your guiding star. You may not see the full picture, but you can trust that I am leading you toward my promises. Hold on to my word, for it is your anchor in the waiting, keeping you steady when the waves of doubt and fear try to pull you off course. Waiting is not a season of inactivity, it is a time of preparation. Use this time to draw closer to me, to deepen your relationship with me, and to seek my will. Spend time in my word, where you will find the strength and encouragement you need to keep going. Surround yourself with people who will support you, pray for you, and remind you of my faithfulness. My child, the waiting is a gift, a time to grow in ways that will prepare you for the blessings ahead. You may feel weary in the waiting, but let me remind you, my strength is sufficient for you. When your patience wears thin and your hope begins to waver, turn to me. I am the God who renews your strength, who lifts you up on wings like eagles, and who sustains you with my love. Rest in my promises and let my peace fill your heart. My child, you are not waiting alone. I am with you, holding you, guiding you, and working on your behalf. Let me give you a practical way to find peace in the waiting. Each day, write down one thing you are thankful for, one way you see my hand at work, and one promise from my word that encourages you. Reflect on these moments and let them remind you of my faithfulness. When doubts arise, speak my truth over your life. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. Let these words anchor you in hope and remind you that I am always faithful. Today I am calling you to trust me in the waiting. Let go of the need to rush ahead or to control the timing of my plans. Rest in the assurance that I am working all things together for your good. My child, the waiting is not a season of delay. It is a season of preparation for the greater things I have in store. Trust me, for I am the God of perfect timing, and my plans for you are worth the wait. My beloved child, I see the storms that rage around you, the challenges that feel insurmountable, the uncertainties that shake your confidence, and the fears that threaten to overwhelm your heart. But today I am calling you to step into my peace, a peace that remains steady no matter how fierce the winds blow. My peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It is rooted in my presence. I am with you in the storm, and I will never leave you. Peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the assurance that I am in control. Think of the disciples in the boat as the waves crashed around them. Fear gripped their hearts as they cried out, "Lord, save us." But I was there, calming the storm with a word and reminding them of the faith that anchors peace. My child, I am the same God who calms storms both around you and within you. When the waves of life feel overwhelming, call on me and let my peace quiet your soul. Let me remind you that my peace is a gift I freely offer. It is not something you have to earn or strive for. It is yours as my child. Imagine a deep well of calm water in the midst of a desert. No matter how dry the surroundings, the well remains full, ready to refresh and sustain. My peace is that well for you. Draw from it daily and let it renew your strength and restore your perspective. My child, you were not meant to carry the weight of the storm alone. Let my peace carry you. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I find peace when the problems I face are so great? My child, the size of your problems is not greater than the power of my presence. When you focus on the storm, it grows larger in your mind, but when you focus on me, you see that I am greater. Fix your eyes on me and let my promises fill your heart. Remember, I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. You are not alone. I am your shelter in the storm. Let me give you a picture of living in my peace. Imagine a bird perched on a branch during a storm, singing despite the wind and rain. The bird is not worried because it trusts the branch to hold. My child, I am your branch. When the storms of life rage, rest in the assurance that I am holding you firmly. You do not have to understand everything or control every situation. You only need to trust that I am with you and that I will never let you fall. Practical steps can help you embrace my peace in the midst of life's challenges. Start each day by surrendering your worries to me. Pray, Lord, I give you my fears, my doubts, and my burdens. Fill me with your peace. Throughout the day, when anxiety creeps in, pause and take a deep breath. Whisper my name and let my presence calm your heart. Meditate on my word, which is a source of peace and strength. Passages like "Be still and know that I am God," and "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus," are reminders of my steadfastness. Living in my peace also means choosing to let go of what you cannot control. My child, there will be things in life that you cannot change, but nothing is outside of my power. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for my glory and your good. Let go of the need to figure everything out and rest in the knowledge that I am in control. When you release your burdens to me, you make space for my peace to fill your heart. You may feel that peace is out of reach, especially in the midst of intense challenges. But let me assure you, my peace is not fragile. It is not shaken by the storms you face. It is strengthened by my presence. Even in the most difficult moments, my peace is available to you. Come to me with your worries and let me exchange them for my peace. My child, you do not have to face the storm alone. I am with you, guiding you and holding you through it all. Today I am inviting you to step into my peace. Lay down the worries, the fears, and the anxieties that have weighed you down. Trust that I am your protector, your provider, and your peace. My child, the storms may come, but they cannot shake the foundation of my love for you. Rest in my peace and let it strengthen your heart, calm your mind, and renew your spirit. You are safe in my care now and always. My beloved child, you were created not only to receive my love but to reflect it. The world around you is filled with people searching for hope, peace, and meaning, and I have placed you in their midst as a light. Today, I want to remind you that reflecting my love is not a duty but a privilege, a way to share the abundance of what you have received. My child, you are my vessel, carrying my love into a world that desperately needs it. Reflecting my love begins with understanding how deeply I love you. My love for you is steadfast, unchanging, and unconditional. When you rest in this truth, it transforms your heart, filling you with compassion, kindness, and the desire to serve others. My child, the love you reflect is not something you have to manufacture. It flows naturally from the love I pour into you. Spend time in my presence and let my love overflow into your actions, your words, and your relationships. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I reflect your love in a world that feels so broken? My child, start with the people around you, the ones I have placed in your life for a reason. Reflecting my love doesn't require grand gestures. It begins with simple acts of kindness, patience, and understanding. A listening ear, a gentle word, or a helping hand can be a powerful testimony of my love. Let your life be a reflection of my heart, showing others that they are seen, valued, and cared for. Let me give you a picture of what it means to reflect my love. Imagine a mirror catching the light of the sun and illuminating a dark room. The mirror doesn't create the light, it simply reflects it. My child, you are like that mirror and I am the light. When you stay close to me, spending time in my word and walking in my ways, my love shines through you. You may not always see the impact, but trust that I am using you to bring light into the lives of those around you. Reflecting my love also means loving those who are difficult to love. My child, I know this is not easy, but it is what I have called you to do. When you choose to forgive, to show compassion, and to extend grace, you reflect my character in a powerful way. Remember, I loved you even when you were far from me. In the same way, I am asking you to love others, not because they deserve it, but because you are my vessel. Let my spirit empower you to love beyond your own strength. Practical steps can help you reflect my love in your daily life. Begin each day by asking me, Lord, how can I show your love today? Be attentive to the needs of those around you, whether it's a coworker who needs encouragement, a friend who needs support, or a stranger who needs kindness. When challenges arise, choose love over anger, patience over frustration, and forgiveness over bitterness. My child, these choices may seem small, but they have the power to transform lives. You may feel unqualified or inadequate to reflect my love, but let me remind you, I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. You are not reflecting your own perfection, you are reflecting my grace. Trust that I am working through you, even in your imperfections. When you feel weak, let my strength shine through. When you feel uncertain, let my spirit guide you. My child, your willingness to reflect my love is more important than your ability. Reflecting my love is not just for others, it is also a gift to you. As you serve, encourage, and uplift, you will find that your own heart is filled with joy and peace. My child, you are blessed to be a blessing. Each act of love brings you closer to me and strengthens your faith. Trust that as you pour out, I will continually fill you with my love, enabling you to give even more. Today, I am calling you to be a reflection of my love in the world. Let go of the fear of not being enough, and trust that I am with you, guiding you in every moment. My child, you are my hands and feet, my light in the darkness, and my voice of hope. Reflect my love boldly, and watch as I use you to bring healing, joy, and transformation to the lives of others. You are my beloved, and I delight in working through you. My beloved child, I see the longing in your heart for joy that lasts, joy that is not fleeting or tied to the ups and downs of life. True joy, the kind that sustains you through every season, comes from me. It is not found in circumstances or possessions, but in my presence. Today I am inviting you to step into my joy, a joy that strengthens you, fills you with hope, and carries you through even the darkest times. The world often confuses joy with happiness, but my child, they are not the same. Happiness is based on what is happening around you, while joy is rooted in me. It is a fruit of my spirit, growing within you as you draw closer to me. Think of a fountain that never runs dry, no matter the season or the weather. My joy is that fountain in your life, constantly flowing and refreshing your soul. Even when the world feels uncertain, my joy remains steady and unshakable. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I experience joy when life is so difficult? My child, joy is not the denial of pain. It is the assurance of my presence. Even in the midst of trials, you can find joy by focusing on my promises. Remember the words of James. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Your struggles are not meaningless. They are opportunities for growth, for trust, and for the deepening of your relationship with me. Let me give you a picture of living in my joy. Imagine a tree planted by a river, its roots reaching deep into the water. No matter how harsh the conditions around it, the tree remains vibrant and fruitful because its source is constant. My child, you are that tree, and my joy is the river that sustains you. As you root yourself in my presence, you will find that joy becomes a natural part of your life, flowing through you and touching those around you. Experiencing my joy also means finding delight in the everyday moments. The world often tells you to chase after the next big thing, to keep striving for more, but my joy is found in the present. Take time to notice the blessings I have placed in your life. The beauty of creation, the love of family and friends, the small victories, and the quiet moments of peace. My child, when you open your eyes to these gifts, you will find that my joy is woven into every moment of your day. Let me give you a practical way to cultivate joy. Begin each day with gratitude, thanking me for the blessings in your life. Write them down, speak them aloud, and let them remind you of my goodness. When challenges arise, choose to focus on what is true, noble, and praiseworthy. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you, and spend time in my word, where you will find countless reminders of my faithfulness and love. My child, I also want you to know that joy grows when you serve others. There is a unique joy that comes from being a blessing to those around you. Whether it's offering a kind word, lending a helping hand, or simply being present with someone who is hurting, these acts of love reflect my heart and fill your own with joy. Remember, my son came not to be served but to serve, and in doing so, he showed the fullness of joy that comes from giving. You may feel that joy is out of reach or that it's reserved for those who have perfect lives, but let me assure you, my joy is for you. It is not dependent on your circumstances or your past. It is my gift to you as my beloved child. When you feel weary or discouraged, come to me and let me fill you with my joy. My child, you do not have to strive for it. You only need to receive it. Today I am calling you to step into my joy. Let go of the heaviness that has weighed you down and embrace the lightness of living in my presence. Trust that my joy is your strength, your anchor, and your refuge. My child, you were created to live in joy, not a fleeting, superficial joy, but a deep, abiding joy that comes from knowing me. Walk in this joy and let it overflow into every part of your life, bringing hope and light to those around you. My beloved child, I see the burdens you carry, the worries that keep you awake at night, the guilt that weighs heavy on your heart, and the responsibilities that feel overwhelming. You've tried to carry them on your own, but they have left you feeling tired and weary. Today, I want to remind you of this truth. You were never meant to carry these burdens alone. I am here to take them from you, to carry what you cannot, and to give you rest for your soul. Surrendering your burdens begins with trust. I know it's not easy to let go of the things you hold close, especially when you feel responsible for them. But my child, I am inviting you to release your worries into my hands, to trust that I am strong enough, wise enough, and loving enough to handle everything you face. Imagine a child handing a heavy bag to their parent. The child doesn't have to worry about how it will be carried. They simply trust the parent to take care of it. My child, you can do the same with me. Let me remind you of my promise. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These words are not just an invitation, they are a guarantee. When you bring your burdens to me, I exchange them for my peace, my strength, and my guidance. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way, who brings order to chaos and light to darkness. Trust that I am working in every situation, even the ones that feel impossible. You may wonder, but Lord, how do I surrender when the burdens feel so overwhelming? My child, surrender is not about ignoring your responsibilities or pretending your challenges don't exist. It is about acknowledging that you cannot do it alone and inviting me to step in. Start by naming the burdens you carry, your fears, your doubts, your struggles, and offer them to me in prayer. Say, Lord, I cannot carry this on my own. I give it to you. Let my spirit fill the spaces where worry once lived. Let me give you a picture of what surrender looks like. Imagine a river flowing gently but powerfully, carrying everything in its path. When you surrender your burdens to me, you place them in the current of my grace and allow me to carry them for you. You no longer have to fight against the flow or struggle to keep everything afloat. My child, let go of the need to control and let my grace carry you. Surrender also requires patience. There will be times when you hand your burdens to me but still feel the weight of them. My child, trust that I am working even when you cannot see it. Just as a seed takes time to grow and bear fruit, so my plans unfold in my perfect timing. Do not pick up the burdens you've already surrendered. Leave them in my hands and trust that I am taking care of everything according to my wisdom and love. Practical steps can help you live a life of surrender. Each morning, take a moment to pray, Lord, I give you this day. I give you my worries, my plans, and my fears. Lead me and guide me. Throughout the day, when stress or anxiety creeps in, pause and remind yourself that I am in control. Take a deep breath, whisper my name, and let my presence calm your heart. My child, surrender is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice of trust and faith. You may feel that your burdens are too big, too complicated, or too messy for me to handle, but let me remind you, nothing is too difficult for me. I am the God who parted the sea, who fed the multitudes, and who raised the dead to life. Trust that I can handle your struggles, no matter how heavy they feel. My child, you are not alone. I am with you, carrying you, and providing for you every step of the way. Today, I am inviting you to lay your burdens at my feet. Let go of the need to control, the fear of failure, and the weight of worry. Trust that I am holding you and everything you care about in my hands. My child, surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of faith. Release your burdens to me, and watch as I turn them into testimonies of my faithfulness and grace. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world. That is my job. Rest in my peace and let me carry you. My beloved child, in a world overwhelmed by distractions, endless chatter, and constant demands, I know how hard it can be to hear my voice. The noise around you often competes with the still, quiet way I speak to your heart. Yet, my voice has never stopped calling to you. Today, I am inviting you to create space in your life where my words can take root. In the stillness, I will speak words of comfort, direction, and peace. Listening to my voice begins with intentionally seeking me. The world clamors for your attention, filling your mind with worries, ambitions, and fleeting desires. But my voice doesn't shout over the noise, it whispers, gently calling you closer. My child, if you want to hear me, you must be willing to step away from the chaos. Just as Elijah found me not in the wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a gentle whisper, you will hear me when you quiet your soul and make room for my presence. You may wonder, Lord, how do I recognize your voice amidst all the others? My voice is always aligned with my word. Spend time with me in Scripture, where my promises and truths are revealed. The more you immerse yourself in my word, the more familiar my voice will become. I do not bring confusion or fear. I bring clarity, conviction, and peace. When you hear a message in your heart, measure it against my word. If it aligns with my truth, you can trust that it is from me. Think of a shepherd calling their sheep. The sheep know their shepherd's voice because they have spent time walking with them, trusting their guidance. My child, I am your shepherd. I am speaking to you every day through my spirit, through creation, through my word, and even through the circumstances of your life. As you spend more time with me, you will come to recognize my voice more clearly, even when the world around you is loud and chaotic. Hearing my voice also requires patience and trust. I know you desire immediate answers, but sometimes my timing is different from yours. There are moments when I am teaching you to trust, to wait, and to grow. My child, even when you don't hear me right away, I am working in your life. Trust that my silence is not absence, it is preparation. I will speak when the time is right, and my words will bring clarity and direction. Let me give you a picture of hearing my voice. Imagine a radio dial being tuned to the right frequency. At first, there may be static and interference, but as you adjust, the signal becomes clear. My child, your heart is like that radio. When you tune it to my frequency, through prayer, worship, and time in my word, you will hear me clearly. The distractions and noise will fade, and my voice will fill your heart with peace. Practical steps can help you hear me more clearly. Begin each day with a prayer of surrender, saying, Lord, I am listening. Speak to me. Spend time in my word, letting it guide your thoughts and actions. Make room for stillness in your life, even if it's just a few moments of silence each day. When decisions arise, ask me for wisdom and be patient as I guide you. My child, I am not hiding my will from you. As you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. My voice also speaks through others. Surround yourself with people who know me, who walk in my ways, and who can offer wise counsel. Be open to hearing my voice through their encouragement, prayers, and insights. But remember, my child, always confirm what you hear with my word. I will never lead you astray. Today I am calling you to tune your heart to my voice. Turn away from the distractions, quiet your mind, and lean into my presence. My child, I am always speaking, ready to guide you, comfort you, and lead you into the life I have planned for you. Trust in my voice, for it is the anchor of your soul and the light that guides your path. My beloved child, I see the darkness in the world around you, the pain, confusion, and brokenness that weigh heavily on so many hearts. But you are not of this darkness, you are mine. I have placed my light within you, and I am calling you to let it shine brightly. Today I want to remind you that you are a beacon of hope, a reflection of my love, and a testimony of my truth to a world in need. Being a light begins with living in my presence. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, you are called to reflect my glory. This is not something you must strive to create. It is a natural outflow of being close to me. When you spend time in my word, in prayer, and in worship, my spirit fills you and my light shines through you. My child, do not fear that your light is too small to make a difference. Even the tiniest flame can drive out darkness. You may wonder, Lord, how can I shine when I feel so overwhelmed by the darkness? My child, the power of light is not in its size but in its presence. A single candle can illuminate an entire room. In the same way, your acts of love, kindness, and faithfulness carry my light into the darkest places. You do not need to solve every problem or fix every situation. Simply let my spirit work through you. Trust that I am using your light to guide others to me. Let me give you a picture of what it means to be a light. Imagine a lighthouse standing on a rocky shore. It doesn't stop the storms or calm the waves, but it provides a beacon of hope and direction for those who are lost at sea. My child, you are that lighthouse. Your life may not always feel perfect, but as you trust in me, your faith becomes a guiding light for those around you. Your testimony shows others that I am faithful, even in the midst of trials. Being a light also means choosing love over fear, truth over compromise, and hope over despair. The world may try to dim your light with doubt, discouragement, or opposition. But my child, you are not alone. My spirit is within you, empowering you to stand firm and shine brightly. Remember, the darkness cannot overcome the light. No matter how great the shadows may seem, they cannot extinguish the power of my presence in your life. Practical steps can help you shine my light in your daily life. Start each day with a prayer, asking me to use you as a vessel of my love and truth. Look for opportunities to serve, to encourage, and to uplift those around you. When you face challenges, respond with grace and patience, knowing that your actions reflect my character. My child, even the smallest gestures, a kind word, a helping hand, or a moment of empathy can carry my light into someone's life. You may feel unworthy or unequipped to be a light, but let me remind you, I do not call the perfect, I call the willing. Think of Moses, who doubted his ability to lead. Think of Peter, who denied me yet became a cornerstone of my church. My child, your imperfections do not disqualify you. They make room for my grace to shine through you. Trust that I am working in and through you, using your life to glorify my name. Being a light is not about being noticed or praised. It is about pointing others to me. As you shine my light, you draw people out of the darkness and into the warmth of my love. My child, your light is a testimony of my faithfulness, a reminder that even in the most difficult times, I am present. Let your life be a reflection of my goodness, showing others that they too are loved and valued. Today I am calling you to shine boldly. Do not hide your light or let fear dim its glow. Trust that I am with you, strengthening you and guiding you every step of the way. My child, the world needs your light now more than ever. Walk confidently, knowing that you are a vessel of my love and a beacon of hope. Together, we will illuminate the darkness and bring glory to my name. My beloved child, I see the desires of your heart, the longing for change, the hope for a fresh start, and the yearning to become the person I created you to be. Transformation may seem impossible when you feel stuck, burdened by past mistakes, or limited by your circumstances. But I want you to know this: my power to transform your life is limitless. I am the God who makes all things new, and I am inviting you to trust in my ability to reshape your heart, mind, and future. Transformation begins with surrender. My child, you cannot change yourself by sheer willpower or determination. True transformation comes when you lay your life before me, trusting me to work in ways that only I can. Just as clay cannot shape itself but must yield to the potter's hands, so I am asking you to surrender to my guidance. Let go of the things that hold you back, fear, shame, doubt, and trust that I am shaping you into a masterpiece. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I be transformed when I've made so many mistakes? My child, your past does not define your future. My grace covers every sin, and my power redeems every broken place. Think of Paul, who went from persecuting my people to becoming one of my greatest messengers. Think of Peter, who denied me but was restored and called to feed my sheep. My child, your story is not over. Trust that I am rewriting it for my glory and your good. Let me remind you of my promise. If anyone is in Christ, they are a new creation. The old has gone and the new has come. These words are not just an idea, they are a reality. When you place your faith in me, I give you a new heart, a new purpose, and a new identity. You are no longer defined by what you've done or by what has been done to you. You are defined by who I am and by the love I have for you. Trust that I am working in you even when you don't see immediate results. Transformation also requires patience. My child, I know you long for change to happen instantly, but true growth takes time. Just as a seed must be planted, watered, and nurtured before it bears fruit, so your transformation is a process. Do not be discouraged by setbacks or delays. Trust that I am working in the unseen places of your heart, preparing you for the abundant life I have promised. Be patient with yourself, and know that I am with you every step of the way. Let me give you a picture of transformation. Imagine a caterpillar weaving a cocoon. Inside, it is hidden from view, undergoing a miraculous change. When the time is right, it emerges as a butterfly free to soar. My child, you are like that caterpillar. The process may feel slow, and at times you may feel confined, but trust that I am transforming you into something beautiful. When the time comes, you will spread your wings and live the life I have prepared for you. Practical steps can help you embrace my transforming power. Start by spending time with me each day, inviting my spirit to renew your mind and heart. Meditate on my word, letting it shape your thoughts and guide your actions. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth and hold you accountable. My child, transformation is not a solitary journey, it is one we walk together. Trust that as you take small steps of faith, I am doing a great work in you. You may feel unworthy of transformation, but let me remind you, I delight in taking the broken and making it whole. I delight in taking the ordinary and making it extraordinary. My child, you are not beyond my reach. There is no mistake too great, no wound too deep, and no heart too hardened for me to heal and restore. Trust in my power, and watch as I bring beauty from ashes and joy from mourning. Today I am calling you to trust in my ability to transform your life. Let go of the doubts, the fears, and the lies that tell you change is impossible. My child, you are in my hands and I am working in ways you cannot yet see. Trust in my power, and let me lead you into the abundant life I have promised. You are my beloved, and I am making all things new in you. My beloved child, I see the fear that tries to take hold of your heart, the doubts, the worries, and the what-ifs that seem to echo endlessly in your mind. Fear can feel overwhelming, like a shadow that refuses to lift. But I want you to know this: fear has no power over you because I am with you. Today I am calling you to step into my strength, to trust in my promises, and to overcome fear through faith in me. Fear often thrives in the unknown, feeding on uncertainties and magnifying your worries. But my child, remember that I am the God of the unknown. I see what you cannot, and I hold every moment of your future in my hands. When fear whispers, "What if you fail?" or "What if you're not enough?" let my truth speak louder. I am your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in trouble. When you face the unknown, trust that I am already there, preparing the way for you. Faith is the key to overcoming fear. It does not mean you will never feel afraid. It means you choose to trust me even when fear tries to take hold. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat onto the water. The waves were real and the wind was strong, but as long as his eyes were on me, he walked above the storm. My child, I am inviting you to do the same. Fix your eyes on me and let my presence give you courage. You may wonder, "But Lord, how can I have faith when fear feels so strong?" My child, faith is not about the size of your confidence, but about the greatness of the one you trust. Even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains when it is placed in my hands. When fear arises, bring it to me in prayer. Tell me your worries, your doubts, and your struggles, and let me fill your heart with peace. My peace is not like the world's peace. It is deeper, stronger, and unshakable. Let me give you a picture of what it looks like to overcome fear through faith. Imagine a small child crossing a busy street while holding their parent's hand. The child may feel nervous about the cars and the noise, but they trust the parent to lead them safely across. My child, you are that child, and I am your father. You do not need to have all the answers or know every step ahead. You only need to hold on to me and trust that I am guiding you. Fear often tells you to stay where it feels safe, but my child, I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. I am calling you to step out in faith, to take the risks I am leading you toward, and to trust that I am with you. Fear may try to hold you back, but my spirit within you is greater. You are stronger than you think because I am your strength. Practical steps can help you overcome fear and build your faith. Start by speaking my promises over your life. When fear tells you that you're not enough, declare my truth. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When fear tells you that you're alone, remind yourself, the Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. My word is a weapon against fear, a light that guides you through the darkest moments. Let it fill your heart and mind. You may feel that your fears are too great to overcome, but let me assure you, nothing is impossible for me. The storm you face may seem insurmountable, but I am the God who calms storms. Trust that my power is greater than your fears, my love is stronger than your doubts, and my faithfulness is more certain than your circumstances. When you place your trust in me, fear begins to lose its grip. Today, I am inviting you to let go of the fears that have held you back and to step boldly into the life I have prepared for you. My child, you do not have to face your fears alone. I am with you, fighting your battles, calming your storms, and strengthening your heart. Walk in faith and let my love cast out all fear. You are my beloved, and in me you are more than a conqueror. My beloved child, you have walked with me through these truths, and I have spoken to your heart about my love, my guidance, and the life I have called you to live. But now the choice is yours. I am calling you to take all that you have heard and step forward in faith. This is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a deeper relationship with me, a life filled with purpose, peace, and transformation. Let me ask you, are you ready to trust me fully? Are you willing to let go of fear, surrender your burdens, and embrace the joy, love, and hope I have for you? My child, the life I have prepared for you is not one of striving or uncertainty. It is a life rooted in my presence. As you walk with me, you will see that my promises are true and that I am faithful to fulfill everything I have spoken over you. Take the lessons you've learned and begin applying them today. Start small if you must. One prayer of surrender, one moment of listening for my voice, one act of love towards someone in need. These small steps will lead to great transformation. Trust that I am with you in every decision, every challenge, and every victory. You do not walk alone. My spirit is within you, strengthening and guiding you every step of the way. Let me encourage you to ask yourself this: what is one thing I can do today to reflect my love, live out my purpose, or step into the life I have for you? Write it down, pray over it, and take that step with confidence. Remember, I do not ask for perfection. I ask for faithfulness. As you trust in me, you will find that I am more than enough to meet your needs, calm your fears, and lead you into abundance. Finally, I invite you to stay connected to this journey. Keep seeking me through prayer, my word, and the community of others who love me. Share these truths with those around you, becoming a light in their lives. And if this message has blessed you, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, activate notifications, and join this growing community of faith. Together, we will walk in my truth and bring hope to a world in need. My child, I am with you. The life I have prepared for you is not a distant dream. It is here, waiting for you to step into it. Trust me, follow me, and watch as I work wonders in and through you. You are my beloved, and I delight in walking this journey with you. The best is yet to come, and I am so excited to lead you into all that I have planned. Let's walk together now and always.